Hi, we're here at the Summer NAMM 2003 and I'd like to welcome everybody from Sonic State. And we're going to show you a little bit about the Motif ES. The Motif ES is the new music production synthesizer from Yamaha. And we took the Motif and started from the inside and completely redesigned it. The first thing that we did is we started with a new tone generation chip. The Motif ES now features 128 notes of polyphony. It has a vastly expanded effects section, and it's got something called Phrase Factory. So as we go through this, I'm going to demonstrate all those features. There's a lot of great stuff in terms of the way it integrates with a computer, so we'll get to all of that. But the core of any synthesizer is the sound. And so the first thing that we did with our new tone generation chip, which also features new filter algorithms and new envelopes, which are very fast and great for doing those kind of fat bass, analog bass sounds. But the first thing that we did is we added 175 megabytes of wave ROM to it. So that's twice the size of the original Motif. And it has a lot of the sounds of the original Motif. In fact, you can take voice banks from the original Motif and load them directly into the Motif ES, and it reconfigures those so that it works with the new chip. But we added a lot of new stuff. And the first thing that we added was what we feel is the most important sound in any keyboard, and that's the piano. This is a 3-layer velocity piano, and it is taken from the same waveforms as the P250 and the P90, so I'm just going to play a little bit of that for you. As you can hear, it's very dynamic. The other things that we added, we added an awful lot of mega voices, and mega voice technology is a very interesting thing, and I'm going to show that to you right now. Mega voices were first featured on the Tyros keyboard, and what a mega voice is it's a waveform. It's a sound that has all of the articulations of a particular instrument. So if I take a look at this guitar, if I play it very softly, I just get the dead notes of the guitar. As I play it a little harder, I get mutes, a little bit harder, and I get a soft velocity guitar, harder, and I get a loud velocity, and if I play it very hard, I get a slide. Also down here, I have a number of different noises that happen with the guitar, and up here I actually have the hammer-ons from the guitar. So this is great. I can actually play this. And I can get all of those articulations from my playing. On top of that, with Phrase Factory, we have added over 1,700 arpeggio phrases. And the great thing about the arpeggio phrases is they take advantage of the mega voices, and they are performances that allow us to simply play very easily on the keyboard, and the arpeggio phrase actually takes over and gives us a performance. So let me show you how that works. Now, not only do I have that one arpeggio phrase, but I actually have 5, and on the keyboard you can see here that I have my soft function buttons, and I can easily go in while I'm playing. So I have an awful lot of these phrases, all sorts of different things. The other thing we've added is we've added I get my strumming. If I want a minor chord, I can simply hold down the minor note. And if I want a seventh, So it's got a lot of, it's very easy to use, and you can record, of course, record those into the sequencer. On Motif ES, just as with the Motif, you have a voice mode, a performance mode, and a song and pattern mode. The voice mode is where you play one single voice across the keyboard. And performance mode is where you can layer up to 4 different voices into a performance. So let me show you a couple of things that you can do in performance mode here. Not only is the Motif capable of doing acoustic sounds, but it is very much a synthesizer. There's a lot of new parameters in the ES. There is the common LFO now has a phase parameter, so you can get sweeping things that come in and out. And also we have added a lot of different functionality in terms of the envelope. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play a performance. It's 4 voices. It's called Plays Music, and you can see how you can use the arpeggios not just for acoustic instruments but also for electronic sounds. I'm going to be using the knobs over here to control some of the sounds and the sliders, and you can So you can see you can have a lot of fun just playing with the knobs, and you have a direct access to a lot of different parameters from these buttons and these knobs, which is a great thing to be able to do. The other thing that we've added in terms of sounds is we've spent a lot of time adding classical instruments. One of the things about a workstation is it has to be able to do any kind of music whatsoever. So one of the things that we've added is we've added a lot of sounds that allow you to do orchestration. And so I'm going to play a performance here just a little bit. As I play it softly, I get French horns and strings. When I hit it hard, I get my timpanis. We have to be able to do any kind of music, so I'm going to go to the pattern mode. Let's do another kind of music. One of the things about Motif is that it is meant to make it very easy to put songs together. With an integrated sampling sequencer, you can sample directly into the sequencer. The Motif has some, ES has some new features. It now supports DIMMs. You could put up to 512 megabytes of memory into the ES, and that gives you a tremendous amount of time to do sampling. And of course, with an integrated sampling sequencer, it's very easy to sample directly into the song and add vocals and guitars to your MIDI tracks. So it's a complete music production product. The other thing is with the arpeggios. Let's go in here and I'm going to show you a little bit about Phrase Factory. Again, there are 1,700 arpeggios. Everything that I'm going to play here in pattern mode was created simply by using the internal 1,700 arpeggios. So, for example, if I want to play a kind of a tower power thing, I've got that in there, and you can take these phrases and you can put together your own songs very easily. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is, just like in voice and performance, I have my 5 arpeggios here, and I can in real time change what's being played by the arpeggio on the keyboard. Okay, so it's very easy to record these arpeggios. You simply turn on the, hit the record button, you hit Rec Arp, you turn the Rec Arp switch on, and you're ready to record everything that I just did right into your sequence. So, showed you a little bit about Phrase Factory. Again, I'm not going to take the time to show you all 1,700 arpeggios because we're going to run out of tape soon. But what I would like to show you is how easy it is to take those 1,700 arpeggios and modify them. One of the cool features that's in Phrase Factory is the combination of the 1,700 arpeggios, the ability to modify those arpeggios with the real-time knobs in terms of velocity and swing time. You can take an arpeggio phrase and swing it or unswing it, in fact. But one of the really cool features is loop remix. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go in here and I am going to record the world's worst drum pattern, and I've been practicing this, so I think I will be able to do it. It's hard to record very bad drum patterns. So I'm going to go in here and select a drum kit and go into record and just pretty boring, right? Let me go into Loop Remix and see if I can make that a little bit more interesting. Loop Remix has 1,200 different variations. I can go in and I can take anything, including pitched phrases, and I can modify them. So, for example, I wanted to get some rolls, I can do that. So again, from that very simple phrase, I can get 1,200 different variations. If I don't like it, I simply hit the cancel button, try another one. And if I do like it, I simply hit OK, and I've got that variation in there. Let's go over and try a completely different kind of music. And I'm just going to jump right into this. There's a really nice intro to this, this style, but I'm just going to go right into it and go right to here. So we've showed you the Phrase Factory. It has musical phrases for just about every kind of music. It makes it very easy to put your own great tracks together. We've showed you a little bit about the integrated sampling sequencer. You can easily record your own vocals, your own guitar parts into the integrated sampling sequencer. I think we've covered just about everything on the Motif ES, and we'd like you to take the time, go up on the website, listen to some MP3 files if you want, and take a look at the next generation of inspiration, the Motif ES.